Very, very, very often people ask me like, okay, that sounds amazing, but I'm sure that's just for you. I hear that a lot. You're a kind of magical person. Maybe this is just for you. No. So is this possible? I'm going to share with you some of my success stories from some of my clients. Actually, I see some of them sharing in the comments. Brianna is sharing in the comments. This is Deepa. She talks about how when she was starting, she was an SVP at a big consulting firm and she was leaving her job and she started to do this work with me. And she was like leaving everything. It was very untethering, very scary because next levels are scary, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Um, and now the fear is gone. And so I gave her what I will give you. I taught her how to sit. I helped her overcome the need to effort. You ain't got to prove your place on the planet. We speak a new language at Soul Tour, if you haven't begun to see that. I'm actually just about to hit publish on a glossary of spiritual strategies. And she began to journal and ended up selling a book deal to a very large publishing house for for multi six-figure advance. This is Aparna. She was one of our OG Life and Self Mastery students. She was a lawyer who was very unfulfilled and got her dream job after being in the program for a bit. Let's see if you guys are seeing this. Yes, okay, you are. Let's see, actually, Aparna's sister, Meghna, is in our Empires program now. This is Sheila. I'm not sure if Sheila is here. I call her Super Sheila because Sheila was one of those she really leaned into this. Some people, there's recalibrate, actualize, align. And some people, like the different parts, are lean into whatever they need the most. Sheila was a person who leaned into a lot of the spiritual strategies. Like she just, whatever I said to do, she just did it. And it kind of like radically changed her life. She got this job offer that was like agreeing to all this stuff and then calling her back and giving her a raise. It was like very magical. And she just followed the protocols basically. And really her life changed as a result. She says the daily declarations literally changed her world and her inner dialogue. The morning practice has helped her become calm inside, where before she was like very nervous. The words that just come out of her mouth are uplifting. Julia, who I haven't talked to in a while, I need to check in with her. Julia was amazing because it was very rapid for her that other people around her were like commenting, like something's changed about you, like what's happening. I think it's just all we do in Life and Self Mastery is like reveal. We just part the veil to who you really are. That's it. But so many of us have been living with the mask for so long that parting the veil makes people around you be like, damn, I'll have what she's having. So she actually moved to Spain a couple of years back without a whole big, long plan. I am big on envisioning and then like letting the divine handle the how. We teach about divine order, letting divine light up the natural next steps before you. Let's see, Santosha had some big results in her life too. I just love that she said it's how to do. She learned how to do life in life and self mastery. It literally changes. You do have the power to change your daily thinking patterns and change the way you've been seeing the world to the truth. Okay, this is not like, listen, we're all under some trance. You can either be under the trance of scarcity, the trance of unworthiness, the trance of trauma, or the trance of the truth about this world and this universe and the fact that you are literally a manifestation of source, spirit, all that is. You are part of that. All right. That's what's true. Dikiana said that she, it's been more fun in her life and it's been more fruitful in her business. She described Life and Self Mastery as a comprehensive self-care program, which I loved, where you learn to release limiting beliefs, rediscover yourself, and walk in purpose. And then Olivia, who is a very dear person. I love that she says this. Life and Self Mastery was a great blessing to her. She talks a lot about, she says, certain lessons arrive just when I'm dealing with a directly applicable issue. I see the replay answering my question right when I'm dealing with the issue I asked about. This is the third online personal development class she's taken, and it's by far the most content rich. It's not even close. I will tell you, you guys know that in my previous life, I was a marketer for a big transformation company. I have run my own very large marketing consulting firm for other transformation businesses. I've talked to them all. I know them all. I know all of those guys. You name a meditation company, I know them or have consulted for them. And they've basically all told me I'm nuts. They're all like, unless they're an app where the only thing they do is deliver meditations every day, all of the other businesses have been like, we would never try to take on what you're doing in terms of creating daily ritual content that rich. It's just too much, which I think is funny because they have teams of like 100 people. And it's just like, I create all of our content personally. This is Tony. In case there are any guys on the line, we always have a bunch of amazing women and like 3 wonderful men. Like the best guys are the Soul Tour guys. So I just want you to know that like guys are welcome at Soul Tour. There's a bunch of guys. We talked about this at Upgrade in October. There's a bunch of guys who are on the right side of history, and we tend to get those. And Tony, I like because he was a little more skeptical about the spiritual stuff. And I talked to Tony the other day. I started him on journaling back in the day. And he told me the other day he was on like day 2000 or something of journaling, which was amazing. And he's changed his whole career. There's Meredith, who also started a business. There's Andrea. These people did it. You can do it too. I want you to know that you don't have to figure out how to do this. You don't have to crack this code by yourself. I've been doing this work my whole life, but I've been doing this work professionally for 25 years. And I have cracked the code on a bunch of things. I figured a bunch of stuff out for you so you don't have to. I figured out how to start living your unlived life now. Big love, big money, your big self, your big dreams, without spiritual bypassing and without losing time to self-doubt and hesitation, okay? So I'm issuing you an invitation today to join my life, self, and money mastery program. So you guys we used to call it life and self mastery. I was off from teaching live for a couple years while I was sick and then while I was getting really well and coming into my SUPERBLOOM season. Now we call it life, self, and money mastery because this is what we were talking about in that square of well-being. You are meant to live in aligned wealth, radical health, great wisdom, and I mean love and authenticity and skillfulness and creative power. All right. Actually, let me say this. You may think, let's see if we have this. Okay. So if you know anything about human design, you know that each of us was truly designed with a unique, once in a lifetime, once in a universe configuration of energies, which is why it's one big reason why one-size-fits-all coaching programs or courses just don't work for people who are wanting to come into their SUPERBLOOM season. Your wise inner being and your wise inner child is not going to let you create what's in alignment for somebody else, but is not in alignment with you without really fighting, kicking and screaming and raising a ruckus. So it's really common for people to be like, gosh, I've always known I was great. I think I have, all these things are standing between me and my SUPERBLOOM season. Procrastination, perfectionism. I need more accountability. I'm not disciplined enough. My time management is shitty. I have all this inner resistance. Let's see. I'm just not taking enough action. It's hilarious. The people who say that are the busiest people I've ever met. It's kind of wild. Or like, I need better systems, right? None of that is your problem. I promise you it's not. The only problem you actually ever have that is standing between you and your SUPERBLOOM season is it's all around that alignment issue that I said. Your definition of success is just your true self and you align to it. The only problems you actually ever have are that, actually, I think I have a slide for this, are that you're trying to create your life in a way that's not true to your unique gifts and your unique wiring, or you're creating the what of your life, the stuff of your life is not really what you want. That's what we call a band-aid manifestation or a shadow calling. Like you're kind of, there's a few things about your life or your job or your whatever that really float your boat, but it's not really what you really want. All right. Or three, you just keep hitting your upper limits because you're aligning before you do recalibration and actualization. So you keep just hitting your upper limits and it's hard to get yourself back into the game. Right. So you've probably tried a bunch of stuff in the past. You've probably read every Brene Brown book. Raise your hand if you've read every Brene Brown book. You've probably read Untamed, Atomic Habits, and back in the day you read The Alchemist, and maybe you've been to therapy and coaching and retreats and workshops, and that's great. But I'll tell you, there are reasons that these programs, all of these things are good. They are good to do. You will experience healing and be a happier person incrementally if you do them. But these things don't usually trigger your super bloom season. And here's why. There's four main reasons why. One, because most programs, even therapy, most of the time they are not waking you up. They're not pinpointing what your core trance actually is. And they're not helping you build a new empowered belief infrastructure in its place. So if your core structure trance is fear or scarcity or unworthiness or trauma, it's putting an electric fence, an invisible shock around your life that's keeping you smaller than you really are destined to be. So in Life, Self, Money Mastery, we help you diagnose which is your core trance, wake you up from it. And then when you do wake up from it, we also help you, as you're waking up from it, we help you rewire new beliefs in so you don't revert back, okay? The second reason these kinds of programs don't usually create your super bloom season is that most people, like I said before, do alignment first without recalibration and actualization. So the shit hits the fan in their lives. They hit their upper limits. They have crises and chaos. They get hurt. Life gets in the way. And then they're in their shame spiral or self-sabotage spiral. And then next New Year, they're setting that same goal again for 20 years in a row. Most programs don't have daily ritual that helps you recalibrate every single day. All right. And you do need to recalibrate. You'll need to do some big recalibrations, and you'll also need to recalibrate your nervous system, get out of reactive mode, get quiet enough to hear your downloads and capture them every day. So we send you a daily ritual 6 days a week to do that. And then most programs are very like binary. They're either spiritual or strategic. They're either coursework or practice, but not both. They're either individual or group, but not both. They're either like you can go to a big workshop or retreat, but then they don't have anything ongoing. Or you can do an ongoing program, but they don't have the in real life transformational moment of the workshop or retreat. We are creating a program, we have created a program in Life and Self Mastery that aligns you to the new version of success from the inside out. All right. That's Life, Self, Money Mastery. We call it LSM. Let me see if I can get you a link that works. I'm going to drop an enrollment link into the chat. If you're not able to see the chat because you're on a channel that doesn't see it, it's soultour.com/LSM-enroll, and it's going to be on one of these slides coming up here too. Okay, so Life, Self, Money Mastery, aligned to the new success from the inside out. So how this program works is for 1 year, I guide you to learn and to practice the 3 steps of self-mastery: recalibrate, actualize, align, in every area of your life, in all of those 4 areas I shared with you: health, wealth, love and wisdom, creative power, and manifestation, at a 1 year pace. This is the other reason other coaching companies think I'm crazy. They're like, you need an 8-week program. I'm like, what deep transformation is happening in 8 weeks? I'm sorry, guys, that's not it. Right? And this program will change your life. All right. So it is a sacred space. It is a sacred community. It's like church without the church nonsense and without the dogma, because we just ain't about that. We are about spiritual law, but we are not about the dogma. We have people in this program that are literally everything: Jews, Hindu, Baha'i. We have I'm a cosmic Christian. We have spiritual but not religious. We probably don't have many total atheists, but we have a fair amount of agnostic people. And we have many people who are like just not about the organized religion life at all, but believe that there's some, they've chosen a higher power, like love or truth or beauty or justice that really is resonant for them. All right. But it's like that constant cadence of somebody pouring into you, right? The difference between this and other spiritual communities is we are a community of ambitious people. We are looking not just to have cool conversations about spiritual shit. We're also looking to have cool conversations about spiritual shit and practice implementing that spiritual shit into our real lives in ways that change our lives and make them better and make us more successful in the new definition way, make us more successful at being and doing and learning and creating and experiencing what our true selves came here to create. All right. So it's 1 year of breakthroughs is one way you can think about it. There is daily ritual 6 days a week. There is mentorship and coaching, and there's community online in the live sessions, but also in real life. And we have some proven things that we've always done in life and self that we're bringing back. And then we have some new things too. So I'm going to kind of walk you through the components of the program. Oh, there you go. There's your link, soultour.com/LSM-enroll. All right. So the first 30 days of the program is an on-ramp. Starts Monday. The program starts, I'm going to open enrollment today. I'll probably keep it open till sometime next week. I do have fast action bonuses, just FYI. The first 3 people who enroll in this program on this enrollment period get 30 minutes breakthrough session with me. Know that my one-on-one VIP session rate is $25,000 a day right now, and I get it. It's booked through. We have no more VIP days this year. So 30-minute breakthrough session with me is actually worth a lot, and you get a lot in it. So the first 3 people that enroll get that, and they get this magic and manifestation journal. And then the next 4 people after them will get the journal. Okay. So soultour.com/LSM. I'm going to keep going through the components a little bit though. And then remember, at the very end of this, I'm going to give you what I want you to do this week to start implementing what we've talked about today in your life. So during the first, and if you have questions at all, drop them into the chat and I'll look at them in a second. During the first 30 days of life and self-mastery, you get daily guidance to build the daily ritual self-care habit, okay? To start reprogramming your mindset for these powerful, empowered SUPERBLOOM belief systems. And you'll start to learn the foundations of mastery. You'll also start exploring your own unique human design and your own unique strengths and challenges as we dissolve money blocks using the sacred money archetypes. All right. I provide daily ritual via email and SMS message overnight at midnight Pacific time right now. We'll probably change that. Well, maybe we won't change that. We'll just keep it at midnight Pacific, 6 days a week. So you'll get an email or an SMS and it'll guide you on an audio inner retreat. It's a little upgraded. If you guys were in Life and Self in the past, it's a little bit different. Right now, it's more, if you're in Empires now, actually, let me say this. If you're in Empires, you do not need to enroll in this program, okay, because it's included. So know that. We put binaural beats now behind all of the audio parts of the daily ritual. It's just a little upgraded. So let's see. After 30 days of my daily ritual, 100% of students report being more consistent in their daily self-care routine than they were before. Okay, so it really builds the habit of starting your days out calm and grounded and energized before the world can get to you. All right. One of the things people love the most about LSM is the live sessions. And this is why, we waited to revamp this program until I was able to teach live again. We will do State of the Soul sermon, something like this session once a month in Life, Self, and Money Mastery. It's actually an all-school program. So people will come from Empires, people will come from Life, Self, and Money. And we're going to do human design hot seat sessions once a month. And the first hour of them is life, self mastery, and empires. And the second hour is human design for business. So the second hour of them is only for empires. We have quarterly academies where you sort of focus on either your health, your wealth, your wisdom, or your creative power and manifestation and attraction powers. The academies are awesome. We kind of systematically implement the 3 steps of the mastery method to get results and to make progress in all of these areas of your life. And it's very high vibe. It can be this very effervescent, like kind of collaboration-y thing as the whole community is focusing on the same exercises and the same insights every month. All right. We have a calendar of those focus academies. We also like to do a challenge, an inspired kind of action or implementation challenge once every quarter. So we have a bunch of challenges: Total Trust Challenge, Align to Millions Challenge, the Do the Damn Thing Challenge, which is a live version of Do Your Dream. Let me see if I have that calendar pulled up. I do. Not sure if you guys can see that here, and I'll make what some of those topics are like of focus. All right. Then and now the program includes access to 2 existing Soul Tour curriculums that people love. Do Your Dream, so you can have access to it anytime you want, all year round. And the Sacred Money Archetypes program, which is a 6-week money block dissolving program. People make so much more money after they come out of that program. I can't guarantee that you will, because like legally I can't guarantee it, but it's kind of wild. All right. What are the new things that we're doing now? New things we're doing include IRL. So now people who are in Life, Self, and Money Mastery will get access to our in real life events twice a year. We have one next month, June. The book launch party is the night of the 21st, and then the 22nd and 23rd. We have an in real life like workshop retreat event in Berkeley, Oakland, California. And then in the fall, October or early November, I'm not sure, there's another event then also in the Bay Area this year. And then next year, because I'll not be living here anymore, we'll start to mix up the locations. We'll start to mix them up, and we'll maybe do one in Mexico, one in Europe, mix them up. Okay. Other things that we now are doing that we weren't doing before. We have this monthly content drop. I've been creating all of these journals and workbooks that are really cool. So every month you can have your own, let's see, we have a bunch of them: Beautiful Boundaries Journal, Guided Manifestation Journal, a Therapy Journal, Mindful Eating Journal, Letters to My Mate or Soulmate Attraction Journal, Falling in Love with Myself Journal, Healing My Worthiness Wounds Journal. We have all these different journals that are really cool. Let's see, and you get one every month. And I do want to point out that this is not a business program. So can you be in this program if you are an entrepreneur? Sure. You are not, this is not the program where you're going to get business coaching, business skill building, business projects, me prompting you on what to do to grow your business. That program is Empires of the Soul. And if you want to explore whether you should be in that program, you should book a call. And that link is soultour.com/breakthrough call. Let's see, soultour.com/breakthrough call. It is the link to book a call with Lori, who will help you decide whether you should be in whether you should be in Empires. Is it the right time for you? If not, she can also put you into Life and Self Mastery. But you can actually enroll into Life and Self Mastery on your own. You don't have to book a call for that. Here's that link again. Okay. And remember, we will actually start your on-ramp this coming Monday. It's Thursday right now. You will start to get your emails, your daily ritual emails on Monday. We'll send you your program calendar for the year. It might even be live in the member portal right now. So this is not a business program. Empires is. Here's what happens. People come into lifestyle and money mastery, and over the year, they are like, they come into creative self-expression. They want to start a business. If you decide throughout the year that you want to come into Empires, I will always credit you a prorated amount, whatever is left remaining on if you've paid in full on Life and Self and Money Mastery, LSM is what I call it. I will prorate that and credit it to your Empires enrollment fee. Okay. So you can't make a bad decision, basically. And really, I think that your decision making should be like, do I want to do this by myself, or do I want to do this with Tara and her team in community? That's a decision you need to make. That's it. The doors open today. Like I said, we will close in less than a week. This is an annual membership. It is a 12-month commitment to yourself, although we have people that have done it since 2017. We have people that hung in and kept doing it because they wanted the daily ritual, even when I was not teaching live for 2 years, because it was that valuable to them. All right. I'm telling you right now, my revenue officer is like, you are out of your mind. This is every cent of a $5,200 program. That ticket to upgrade is $1,000 ticket. You're getting 2. That's literally the price of the program. So this is a $5,200 program. Right now, you're not going to see me like advertising about this yet. We're only letting people in who are on these calls with me, are on my list, are following me on social media, or have been in a Soul Tour program before. Okay, that is the offer that you're seeing. And the investment is $1,997 for the full year. Let me make sure I can see okay, yeah. It's $1,997 for the full year. And it's $197 a month if you choose to do 12 monthly payments. All right. And then you have that link to enroll, soultour.com/LSM-enroll. What else do I need to tell you about this? There was something on that slide that I missed. Oh, you will have the opportunity. This is a brand new thing. Well, we now have a diagnostic battery that we didn't before. So you have a lot of diagnostics you can run to get directed. Like we have a mental monsters diagnostic that diagnoses your core trance. And then the results work helps you wake up from it. You will have the opportunity to get a one-on-one coach for the first time ever in our programs. I've got a team of coaches I've been training. We will want you to do your daily ritual for 30 days first, and then we'll invite you to it. If you really feel like you need a one-on-one coach, you should let us know. Feel free to email for any questions you ever have about anything ever, concierge@soultour.com, and we'll get you an answer. Oh, I said fast action bonuses. The first 3 people to enroll get 30 minutes one-on-one with me, and they get this journal, the Magic and Manifestation Journal. Know that, and the next 4 people just get the journal, but it's an awesome journal. Life and Self-Mastery and Empires are the only 2 ways to work with me before I head out to Portugal. And we are gathering in person before I leave. We will gather in person one more time this year. And then I actually, because of my visa, have to kind of stay put for a bunch of days. So I want you to know that you may feel like you can do anything right now on this call, because you can, but the danger that you face is when you leave being in this energy, there's usually just it's like a wave, right? Woo, you're on this big high, and then it just dissipates out if you don't do something to lock it in, cement it in, take action. All right. So One thing you can do to take action is go to soultour.com/LSM-enroll. For a life, self, and money mastery, the daily declarations recorded in your own voice is very powerful, very, very powerful. All right. I love you guys. Let us know if you have any questions. Concierge@soultour.com works. Support@soultour.com works. If you have my email, it works too. I love you. I'll see you guys on the other side in life, self, and money mastery. Bye-bye.